plug in your phone with the white one if you want to.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, good morning. Good morning to you. There we go. How is everybody this morning?
It'll be a scorcher today.
Yeah, it really is.
Gonna be a scorcher.
Yes, it is. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning. And Kevin?
I'm getting there, folks.
The love bugs are out.
Oh, wonderful. I'm liking all these little characters you're finding here. Alrighty. Oh, alrighty.
Oh, got the
Oh, I do it every time.
Bluetooth.
Yep. There we go. Kevin, we got thunderstorms ahead.
Make
over
a U-turn if possible and then turn right.
Oh, and Lisa. Well, good morning, Lisa. How is everybody doing this morning? Kevin, good morning, guys. I took a hiatus from YouTube, but now I'm back. Well, welcome back, Kevin. Yeah, sometimes we all need a break. That we do. Here we go. No thunderstorms for us.
Nope, not for a while.
Just straight on heat and humidity.
Woo. You gonna hit play?
Dude.
Okay, well, there you go.
Okay, now I got it. Man. Gotta get used to these updates.
And then you gotta catch up.
Okay, I'm caught up now. Alright.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
To Clearwater we go.
Well, we gotta get Sean first.
Continue on current road for about 4 miles.
Oh. There we go. So, how is everybody doing this fine Saturday morning? Wherever in the world you may be. Did everybody have a good week? Anybody tired from working all week? I'm trying to play catch up on the weekends. Lawrence, good morning, guys. BB and cameraman, I'm doing good. Sometimes I hate that little thing.
The hard thing.
Yes, it always gets in the damn way. I grilled some wings yesterday. They were perfect. Cool.
Wow.
Yeah, then
Tomorrow.
our work was good. Okay.
Tomorrow we're gonna have smash burgers and baked beans.
Yeah. It's all good there. Lawrence, we are heading to Clearwater. after we pick up Sean.
Not the beach.
No, not the beach.
Clearwater.
Yeah. Yeah, right now, Clearwater Beach, Sand Key Beach, Indian Rocks Beach. The bacteria in the water is too high, so they're not letting you go in the water.
You can go to the beach, but you can't go in the water.
Kevin, something weird that I've been craving is potato salad. Ain't nothing weird about that, Kevin. It's summertime.
Well, I don't know if it's summertime yet, but it's getting...
Well, we're past
Well,
spring.
you figure barbecues, Memorial Day,
Yeah.
barbecue,
Memorial Day starts rolling around.
then
It's summer.
4th of July barbecues.
Yep. Your body goes through stages. In the wintertime, it wants winter food. In the summertime, it wants summertime food. That's just how we all roll. But since he mentioned potato salad, that does sound good. Thanks, Kevin.
Well, we hadn't had baked beans in a long time.
No, we haven't. No, we haven't. And I'm not going to make a gob of it anyway, because it's just the two of us.
No.
So. Kevin, I just love being able to grill. I only really get from now until September. That's true. Kevin, you're welcome. Haha. Lawrence, any Memorial Day parade you guys going to? I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen nothing
I
like
really haven't-
advertised or
yeah.
anything like.
Which is kind of weird, but maybe they're just going to drop it on us all, 3 or 4 days before. Kevin, baked beans are great. They sure are. I mean, who doesn't like a good scoop of baked beans, potato salad, macaroni salad?
Especially homemade baked beans,
Yeah,
which is not hard to make.
no. Some people make it more complicated than it needs to be.
And how long does it take you, say, in the oven?
45 minutes.
Yeah. 45 minutes to cook it.
And if you got a grill, you can also cook them on the grill. Kevin, a lot of people hate beans, though. I don't.
And if it's one person, it's even easier to
Yeah.
cook because
Lawrence, yes, that is good.
I mean, baked beans the next day is even better.
Yeah. Anything you make from scratch, it's always better the next day. I don't care if it's sloppy joes, anything with a sauce, it always tastes better the next day because everything's got plenty of time to absorb in the flavors, to absorb in whatever you've got it in. Whether it's pasta, meat, beans, even soups. I always feel like homemade soups always taste better the next day. Chili, for example.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be going to the original Hooters.
Kevin, I made gumbo the other day. I'll have to send you guys a picture. Cool. Yeah, do that. Yeah, we are on our way to the original Hooters.
Yeah, Sean's never been there. He wants to check out the Hooters. The Hoot and the Hooters.
I want the wings.
They have a Philly cheesesteak I want to try.
Lawrence, the supermarket that you guys go to, is that the same brand as Stop and Shop supermarket?
No.
Oh no, Publix is its own little unique.
Publix is out of Lakeland. It's their own.
Yep.
In a half mile, turn slight right onto I-4 West.
Other than Publix, just has Publix and what's that other one?
I don't know.
The one where they sell all the vegetables.
Greenwise.
Greenwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, Publix is only Publix or Greenwise. There's nothing like...
In a quarter mile, turn slight right onto I-4 West.
Lawrence, we have a Stop and Shop in New York.
Yeah, Stop and Shop is like just...
No, Publix originated out of Lakeland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Publix is just...
Jose, hey, BB and cameraman. Good morning. Good morning, Jose.
Hey, Jose. But Publix was the originator that started all this in-house cooking, family orientated
business, because
Yeah.
that's what it was. It was a family-orientated business. They owned a small market or grocery store, and the original owner was all about making sure the customers got what they needed. If they needed help, somebody...
Turn slight right onto I-4
Even
West.
if they were in the middle of stocking, you had to, you had to go help these people. I mean, because they're the ones coming back and paying your paycheck.
And they're the ones who started the cooking, the chicken selling from the supermarkets.
Yep.
To what you see today in other supermarkets.
Yep.
Yeah, the cakes and
Cookies.
stuff. Like what you see today, like they would season your meat for you if you wanted it seasoned for free.
Yep.
At the butcher area.
Yep.
But they were the originator of what you see a lot in today's grocery stores, where you see them selling now Asian food and blah, blah, blah. Publix started that.
Yeah. And
Continue
good morning,
on Current
Kyle.
Road
How
for
are
about
you?
20 miles.
And if you work for Publix, you automatically get stock in Publix.
Company, yes.
The company gives you a small percentage of stock. You can buy more stock, but Publix, when you work for them, you get stock. That's why you see all these Publixes so clean, and the workers are more friendlier because they have stock in the company. So if they screw their own company, they're screwing their own stock, because every 3 months they get a check from the stock thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, you can purchase more stock, but they give you free stock in Publix.
Jose, greeting to those connected, and you have to like the live stream. Well, thank you, Jose. Kyle, I'm good. Cloudy, cool, and 70 right now. Don't talk to me, Kyle.
And in Publix, you advance. You can start from a stock boy and you work your way into the corporation. Like Publix, there's advancements there.
For example, my ex-husband's uncle started as a bag boy when he was 16, and he went all the way up to being the CEO of Publix before he retired. So, there you go.
But I think how they get a lot of people and you get good workers is because they give you stock. And like I said,
they're investing in you, so you'll invest in them.
Yeah. So like I said, if you're going to walk into a store that looks sloppy, those are people that you just hired workers. In Publix, that's why they're always so clean, because, again, for them to make money in stock, they got to have people to buy. So what's the best way to do it is you keep your store clean. You take pride. So it's almost like you have a little bit of business,
Lawrence, I think it's the same brand as Stop and Shop Supermarket, because Stop and Shop Supermarket sell cooked fried chicken and chicken wings and boneless wings as well. What cameraman's saying, Lawrence, is it started way back when. This isn't something new. Publix is...
Yeah, like Publix is the originator. Like they're not, like Aldi is Winn-Dixie. Like Publix is just Publix, and the only thing they have is just Greenwise. Like Publix is not, like I said, is not with no one, not partnered, not nothing.
No, it's
Publix
all
is just straight
independently owned.
Yeah, Publix is,
Terrifier. I'm on the same highway, going to the same place. Maybe I will see you driving. All right, Terrifier.
You going to the Hooters? Because that's where we're going.
Yep.
We're going to Hooters in Clearwater, the original Hooters. The main Hooters.
We are celebrating cameraman's birthday. That was
No, we were
Thursday.
taking Sean and Carlos, but
Well,
Carlos
yeah.
got sick.
Yes. Everyone seems to be catching a crazy cold right now. Oh, here comes all the traffic. They traffic.
There was just almost an accident over there. People speeding,
Yep.
not paying attention.
Kevin, I sent a pic to the email. Cool.
I think Stop and Shop might be like with somebody else, but like I said, as far as like selling the chicken and everything,
Like the only stores I ever remember from being
I don't even know when Publix started. I don't know. Whenever Publix started, that's when they did that. That's when they started selling their own food in there. Now you go to all these.
September 6th, 1930 in Winter Haven, Florida.
Yeah. So since 1930, Publix has always had their own cooking and everything in the grocery store. Now
Yeah.
Publix serves alcohol while shopping in certain grocery stores. They have a pours
Yeah.
where you can, the grocery carts have cup holders and you can drink wine.
And now they're expanding like.
I don't know if you can drink beer, but I know you can drink wine and shop and drink alcohol at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the one that being remodeled now in
South Lakeland.
Yeah, they're gonna have a pours in there.
Wegmans might take it for the best grocery store.
No.
Well, maybe up north.
Yeah, maybe over there, but it's hard to beat a Publix. Like,
Speed into you here.
yeah, you ain't gonna find the most cleanest store. I mean, Wegmans may have a lot, but sometimes when you go to a grocery store, like when I was in Jersey and I went to those grocery stores, there's too much. There's who wants to spend 3 hours, 2 hours in a grocery store where there's too much? Publix is really simple. They have their sections. It's really simplified, and it's not overwhelming when you go inside of a Publix. And
Kevin, cameraman is Publix's biggest supporter. Well, like I said, like with me growing up here, Publix,
like everyone grew up on Publix.
Everybody. I mean, yeah, we still had I think at that time.
And they do a lot of fundraising. And,
Yeah. And they give back to the community.
Yeah.
They do their own, they build parks in the community so where everybody can enjoy it. It doesn't, and they're nice and they're kept up. They're really, really, really nice. So, I mean, Publix gives back to the communities that they're in.
Yeah, because the guy, he lived in Lakeland. Publix started and founded in Lakeland. And like when I grew up in Jersey, it was always ShopRite. ShopRite, Acme, and stuff like that.
See, like the only ones I remember when I was younger was Myers, Kroger's, and then we had a lot of small mom and pop little grocery stores.
Right. But when I
remember the Piggly Wiggly and little stuff like that.
When I came to Florida, that's what there was. There was like a Piggly Wiggly, Winn-Dixie's, and Publix. And
I mean, when we moved here, we didn't know what a Circle K was. We're like, what's that?
But I mean, it's just something when like I said, when you go inside of a Publix store, it's just.
I mean, we had these little things
they got baggers. They still bring the
groceries out
to your car with you.
Yeah.
You don't see Wegmans. Wegmans, you got to bring your own bags. And there's no one there saying, hey, do you want us to help you bring the cart out?
Right.
Because at every Publix, there is a bagger And they always will
Always.
ask everybody, do you want us to bring this out for you? Do you want us? And you just say yes or no. And it's as simple as that.
That even goes for the ones that are in the electric carts. You know, do you need us? Need help?
I mean, that's like I said, that was just always been a Publix standard.
Kevin, my favorite is Giant Eagle, and then Kyle is Price Chopper, Hannaford, upstate New York. Yeah, like I remember, like when we first moved here, we had places like what we call Aldi's now. I got a baby on my boob. Well, you better have that baby on your boob. That means she's hungry, mama. Baby's gonna be on your boob for a while.
But as I said, you know, it's just a different atmosphere.
It is. But like I said, you know, back in the day, like we had, it wasn't called Aldi's back then, but it was, you know, where you bought your groceries, you bagged your own stuff, or like Save a Lot. You know, it was something like that, but it was called something different. You know, and a lot of people went to them for like the canned goods because they didn't really have a lot of meat. It was mainly, you know, your canned goods, your pastas, you know. And back then, you could get the Del Monte brand cheaper in like the Save-A-Lot type store than you could in Publix or Winn-Dixie.
Yeah.
Because in Florida, the only ones I've ever seen growing up was Publix, Winn-Dixie. Winn-Dixie was real big. And then after, I think we started having kids, then like Food Lion came and...
Yeah, there was Food.
You know.
And then they had the bad meat controversy.
Yes.
But I mean, like...
Oh, congratulations, Uncle Kevin. My sister just had her baby today. I'm officially an uncle.
Cool. But it's like, you know, like you can go to different grocery stores in Florida. Like, you know, like you go to Winn-Dixie's, they might have a cheaper meat, or, you know what I'm saying? Like Walmart, like, you know, like if you want to save, you can go to Walmart,
right,
and stuff like that.
And
but
people with big families need to save because they've got a lot to take care of.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, sometimes you can go to Walmart and you can save on certain things, but I mean, Publix will always have the buy one get one. Yeah, you know, you can say, well, you know, you're paying a little bit higher for that, even though it's a buy one get one, but it's more than just that you're getting from Publix and stuff. Like I'm saying, you know, like it's more than just the buy one, get one. It's the whole, when you walk in that store, it is spotless.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone is friendly that works there. Everyone's out to help you. It's just the experience that you get from the deli to the bakery. I mean,
it's like bringing it back to the old days to where it was actually customer service.
It's just a whole, like, an experience that you get there.
Kevin,
that brings you back going there.
The price of beef is getting ridiculous. Even a sale is sometimes expensive. You got that right, Kevin.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Well, that's where you go to Sam's Club. I mean, Costco's is okay, but Costco's meats, they cut them way thicker, so you're paying more.
Oh, yeah, because you're paying it by the pound.
Right. But then when you realize you don't really need to eat that thickness, Costco has, I mean, Sam's Club's has their thickness, but it's cheaper.
Right.
It's a little thinner than the Costco, but it's still thicker than the grocery store. But Sam's Club is where you'll save on meats. That's, especially if you break them apart.
Which I think it's crazy, because like back when I was younger, there was butchers everywhere.
Yeah,
you could go into a butcher's.
Felton's.
Yes.
In
I
Plant
think
City,
Felton's,
everyone used to go to Felton's.
Yeah, no, Felton's is still there, but
I know, but that's where everyone used to go for their
Yeah.
meats, because it was a butcher. And then the same thing, there's another place in Auburndale called Green something. But you're right, everyone used to go to the butchers
to get your meat.
Yeah, that place in Plant City used to be packed.
Yep.
But with everything going up,
Kevin, at least chicken and pork prices have remained steady. That's true. And he said, yeah, very true. Yeah, because like if you wanted a certain type of cut of a meat,
And they'll cut the fat off of it.
you know,
and
you just went
everything.
down to the butcher shop.
Yeah.
You know, because we had
But
to.
Felton stays packed only
Oh.
because, you know, the Mexicans in that area there,
Yep.
they have a lot of Latin food. We should go there one time.
And even that is, you know.
It's been a long time since we've been at a Fel.
Yeah. It's been a real long time.
But I mean, it's not
But I
like the
kinda miss-
cleanest.
But I kind of miss the butcher shops, you know.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to go in.
Because the Walmarts here, they don't butcher their meat no more. The Walmarts buys their meat pre-packed.
Right,
now.
it's pre-packaged.
Yeah. Publix still butchers. You can still go to the window and say, hey, can you cut this for me? Can you season it for me? And that's what I'm saying. Publix started that with the seasoning of your steaks. If you had a steak, you say, hey, can you season this up? They'll season it in the back, wrap it, and not even charge you for it.
Kevin, I rarely buy meat from Walmart. Bad experience. And baby, that's all it takes is one bad experience.
The other thing, too, is like we don't buy a lot now because it's only two of us. So there's no need to go that crazy shopping because things expire more than we use it. So that's the other thing why we go to Publix a lot, because we're only picking up a couple of items at a time.
Yeah.
The only thing we buy in bulk now is meats, but we don't buy in bulk like canned items or anything like that no more. It's, I mean,
No.
not only is it just expensive out there, but it's just the two of us, and a lot of times if we go out eating, you know, you got stuff that'll expire. So that's why you see us at Publix a lot, because we're just doing, you know, little groceries that'll last us a week, because we have meat for a month, and then we just add the little things to it.
Right.
And it's easier to change that way. And then, I mean, it's like I said, there's a Publix everywhere. You're always going to be out, so it's not like you can't swing by the Publix real quick and pick up a few items, get in and out. But even the sales don't do nothing for us, because we don't buy cereal. We don't buy a lot of things that,
You know, people with a family do.
yeah. But I mean, as you're trying to save money, there's no reason to go out grocery. I mean, unless you got kids, then yeah, you got to stock up your house. But if you don't have kids and it's just two people, or you're just living by yourself, it's not worth to stock up like that anymore. And plus, everything's more fresh that way too.
Kevin, I should just buy more in bulk and freeze as needed.
Yeah, because I mean, the only thing we do, like I said, in bulk is our meats.
Yeah. Separated out, we already know how many pork chops each one of us can have. And I just separate it out that way.
It's a hell of a lot, like I said, just more convenient. There's times where you get just, like even with our tomato sauces, we don't even buy the tomato sauces in cases no more.
No.
Like we used to. But before, we cooked a lot too. And then now it's like we're trying not to just change our way of eating.
Well, because we've figured out too much tomato sauce irritates our acid reflux.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, so we can't have it as much as we used to.
And we don't eat as much of starch as we used to. And
I mean, shoot, we used to go buy the 10-pound bag of rice. You know,
Yeah.
and we would go through that within a month. You know, but we're not eating rice like that. So
we
there's
buy
no
the small
right.
bag.
So we buy the little one and then go from there.
traffic today.
Yeah. A lot of traffic. Kevin, I had some Little Caesars the other day and I had some acid reflux. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. That's that good sauce.
Yeah. Which sauce? Because I love tomato sauce. Oh, we were just getting the Sam's Club bringing tomato sauce. That was pretty good tomato sauce. But the thing of it is, we were eating too much of it.
Yeah, Little Caesars got that rich.
Oh yeah, it's so
what
good.
is it? The
Marinara.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. It
And
is so good.
Then if you put pepperoni and meats on it, it even triples up your acid reflux.
Right. Lawrence, what you guys having for dinner today?
Hooters.
I'm
I'm gonna probably get a Philly cheesesteak.
I'm doing the wings, baby. I'm in the mood for some wings. But I'm always in the mood for wings, so for the most part. Wings are good for you. Me and cameraman only eat twice a day. Kevin, wings are always a good choice. You got that right, Kevin. A wings, a good salad. Sounds good to me. Do you guys snack a lot? No, we really don't.
Nah, like we'll have a
we always
slice of cake is our snack in the after dinner.
and that's around 6 o'clock.
Maybe
5 or 6.
sometimes if we get some chips. We're not eating cake and chips, but if we get chips, we might have some chips, peanuts.
Yeah.
But we don't snack like all day long.
We always keep pepperoni in the house.
Yeah, pepperoni slices with cheese. We'll snack on that.
Yeah.
But you're not as hungry when you eat a lot of meat.
No, you're not.
When you get to like, if you have like a carnivore day, you're not as hungry
right.
going through the day. It's when you put the carbs in you, then it gets you
start getting hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've noticed that a lot.
But I mean, we used to snack a lot before. We used to have
Oh my God,
chips,
bags and all kinds
dip
of
and
yeah,
cookies and
cakes and pies and
but not to get bored of eating the same thing over, you know. But usually if Publix has the buy one get one on the chips, well
usually
depending how we feel, we'll get the chips. But a lot of time the pepperonis, slices, and the peanuts.
I try to have a bigger meal to avoid snacking. We were still eating big meals and snacking.
Yeah, I mean, usually about 6 o'clock
That's
is when we were snacking.
Yeah.
Around then, like we'll have a
because we usually eat dinner between 2 and 3.
Because that cake will last, you know, depending on the size of the cake, it can last the week or
2 weeks.
Or 2 days, depending on the size.
Yeah.
Remember, like those other ones, like that lemon cake. That's a 2-day cake because it's 4 slices, nice slices too. The round cake, that'll get you about a week.
Yeah.
But like if during the day and I make bacon chips, like bacon in the morning and cut them up into small pieces, we'll usually snack on the bacon during the day.
And sometimes you'll do the link sausage too. So.
Yeah, or the link sausages. We'll snack on those like in the morning to the afternoon.
Lawrence, I still sleep with my sleep machine. Do you guys still sleep with your machine still? Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes. Now the only time I haven't slept with mine is when my nose got really dried out and I couldn't do it.
Other than if it gets like for me, I might get like 3 or 4 hours and then I'll just take it off.
Or if my rosacea is acting up and I can feel it.
But I mean, every day I put it on every day, and then
yeah.
Florida cider. Look at that Keels. Look at that. They got a big burger.
Yeah.
Florida cider mango. Grab Bia cider.
Michelle, I watched your video on Parking House, and oh my God, does it look delicious. It reminds me of New York Chinese food.
Peking House.
Or Peking House. We are going there tonight and can't wait. Oh, Michelle, let me tell you, you're going to just love that, girlfriend. Yep.
Get the poo-poo platter.
Yes.
It's an appetizer.
But it's a lot of it.
Yeah, I'm so used to going to like Chinese places without buffets. And then you come down to Florida and it's just nothing but buffets.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want a nice sit-down dinner like in New York City,
Peking House is it.
Like Peking House is definitely.
Yes.
And then right across from there is a Publix.
Go figure.
And as a matter of fact, that's where they made the movie. Edward Scissorhand.
Yep.
And one and only Ivan at that plaza.
Kevin, those takeout Chinese places are the best.
Yeah.
I know Perry's Barbecue Chinese, that is #1 for me in Lakeland. Then
and what's good about
Panda World,
when you order at Peking's, like at a Chinese restaurant, you don't have to order a plate. You can it's like shareables, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, you can get a plate of rice or noodles and then meat on the side, and you can share those plates, so it's not like each individual.
right? Michelle, I'm a Publix fan too. They have good quality meats. Yes, they do.
And that's the other thing we've noticed too. Like when we've gone to other stores and we buy their vegetables, they don't last as long as Publix or Costco's.
Now Costco's got some wonderful
their
fresh
vegetables will last.
vegetables.
But Sam's Club and those other Walmart and everything, their vegetables do not last at all. Any kind of vegetables that you get do not last. Must have been an accident. It looks like someone had a blowout.
Yep.
You don't want that to hit your car.
Definitely not.
All that for that.
Yep.
A lot of debris on the roads.
See that.
know Shaquille O'Neal's supposed to open up a chicken place in Wesley Chapel.
Oh, yeah?
But it's not ready. It's supposed to be ready soon. I know that much.
Wow.
Here's your Macintosh.
Macintosh. That's your Macintosh. Everybody's out and about this morning. And probably not helping with the traffic situation with all the construction going on as well. Because they closed that exit off. And this is where it starts to get crazy anyways around Macintosh.
Yeah.
And so notice that's a road.
One day we gotta head towards Orlando to see if that widening,
Has helped any at all.
that Champions Gate.
Yeah.
It's already 90 degrees.
Yeah, well, they were saying today in Clearwater it's supposed to get to like 96 with the humidity. I'm like, holy Jesus. And, oh, where did we go to see the alligators? Mayaka?
Mayaka Park, yeah.
Yeah, it could get up to 100 today for them with the humidity. And I'm like, oh, hell's broke loose. Can't say the devil's down in Georgia because the devil just hit Florida.
In 2 miles, take exit 10 on the right to Pinota-Sessa.
Okay.
Yepper. I'm just gonna wait for Sean. Peter James, good morning, greetings from Wales. Well, good morning. How are you? How's the weather in Wales? Yeah, it's gonna be a balmy day today. Oh boy. Everywhere you look, they're doing construction of some sort. Houses, bridges. So you think that's a little loud there?
I was just wondering.
In 1 mile, take exit 10 on the right to
That's where I was
Pinota-Sessa.
coming from, that big old truck. I'm like, I know we don't have a radio playing. Alrighty. We're almost to the spot.
I mean, because this is the only.
James, hot and sunny and 25 Celsius. That's pretty warm for you guys. I know, I was watching the Hoof GP last night, and they were saying that it was like 25 Celsius.
Take exit 10 on the right to Vinodasessa and then keep right.
It looks like that was nice, bright, and sunny. There you go. There's your exit. Well, this isn't in front of rooms to go.
Keep
but
right
okay.
onto Vinodasessa and then turn slight left.
Well, you might have to call. There was none in Plant City. This is the only one that you see off of I-4.
Okay. Oh boy.
Turn slight left onto Discovery Lane and then turn left. In 0.2 miles, turn left onto Lazy Days Boulevard.
Because I was thinking too, the Flying Jet.
Well, yeah.
Normally where we always get gas.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Turn left onto Lazy Days Boulevard.
Cracker Barrel was back there, dude.
No.
Oh,
Taking
okay.
me to the Cracker Barrel.
Oh, okay.
In 0.2 miles, turn right.
Well, I'm trying to text here and do all this stuff. I always wanted to come here and do a video on these little RV trailers, travel trailers. Some of these are cool.
Yeah, but a lot of these, they drive you around. They don't let you walk around.
Well, they got
Then
so
you
many
don't
of them.
know
Turn right and then
you can
turn left.
record then, because they're up your ass trying to sell you it. They ain't got time for you to record. Alrighty. Let's hope this is the one. Because this is the only one I know that you can see off of I-4.
Turn left.
Yes. It's park right here.
Kevin, oh. Is that a Cracker Barrel sign? Yes, it is.
You might have to call him.
Yep. Alright, I'll do that. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we're waiting on Sean. Supposed to meet us here. Hopefully at this one. Because there is no Cracker Barrel in Plant City.
Alright. Let's see if he'll answer his phone. If he's driving, he may not. Hey, we're at the Cracker Barrel off of exit 10. Oh, right.
Oh, that's the one he's...
He's just pulling in now.
No, I'm saying, but it was this one, right?
It was this one, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm by these trailers or something.
Yep,
Yeah, you'll see us.
yep. You'll see
We'll
us.
park backwards.
All right. Bye.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Then we're gonna head to Clearwater.
Woo woo.
Perfect timing.
It was perfect timing. It was. I see him coming.
Cracker Barrel. country store.
Grab some Roy. Comes and parks and there he is. Perfect. You got it. Oh, okay. Hand me my phone. Thank you.
Here, hand him this.
Oh, yeah. Sean, put this in the car so we don't forget them.
Okay. Pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to go through them real quick.
What's that?
So if you want to look at them real quick, you
Yeah,
can.
Oh, Jesus. Two good-looking people.
Right?
Superman's going to be mad at you.
They're nice, but where are you, cameraman?
Well, I'm not in any of them. With you guys, I'm the one taking the pictures.
Oh my
I mean-
gosh. Look at that one. I look like a frickin' lizard. Shit. Now, was that fish?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll explain when I get in the car. Nice. I like that one.
And it's a good picture.
That's good if you cut me out.
Wait till you see what Chat GPT did to you.
I love it. I love my little
Yeah.
icon. Makes me look a little thinner than I am. Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah.
cute.
That's
I
the
really
one.
like that one.
What
You
makes
see
you
what it
look
did
old?
to you? You see what it did to you?
Well, I am old.
Come on now, we're the same age. We're not that old.
True.
Although we
I
feel
put
it.
the glove compartment. I will make sure they don't smell.
Yes.
All right, we're live now.
Oh, we're live?
We are.
Yeah. So don't talk bad about Carlos. He might be watching this. He might be watching this.
Ooh. No. Okay. As I was sitting there telling cameraman, I was like, what is it with everyone catching a cold lately? My son caught a cold, and then they wound up with a sore throat, tried to do, the whole gurgling salt water and, all that lovely stuff, and didn't go away. Went to the doctors, got medication, still not going away. And I was like, and he's like, Mom, I'm getting worried.
Oh, this is Sefner, not Plant City.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm saying we couldn't find the Plant City.
We kept looking it up on MapQuest or Google Maps, and it's like, kept saying it's the Notice House. I thought, oh, well, it's
I
gotta
didn't
be
really
it.
know where it was, but it was a lot further than what I thought it was. But I still think it was probably better for you. Well,
Well, this is the exit anyway. We normally used to get
Yeah.
gas at this Flying J.
oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So,
This is normal.
Yeah. Like if we're heading like to Clearwater or St. Pete,
And we
Yeah.
got like
and
a
we
quarter of a tank.
got a quarter of a
just
tank, we'll
come
stop
here.
at Flying J, get gas, and then carry on.
okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, when you said North Lakeland, which was fine, I was like, that's going to take a while. That's going to put you guys really
I know
behind.
that, and the traffic is so bad right now.
Yeah, it is. But I figured to go to, like, to meet at the place we met last time, I was like, I was thinking, not for me, but I'm like, I'm really setting you guys back. So,
Nah.
Carlos is like, well, meet them there, because I got to go that way anyways.
It's really a bad place to sit.
Back to work.
That could be
Doing
too.
something.
She's doing something right. So, yeah. Well,
That's
hope
good.
he
I mean, because
starts-
anyway, everything is in the same area
Yeah.
that we're going to.
But I hope he starts feeling better soon, though.
You ever
Yeah.
been to Robert's Christmas place?
I don't know.
The store that has everything Christmas?
You know what? It's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
You would know. 'Cause
Well, I mean,
it's open all year long.
Well,
many
it's in
Christmas stores, but
This is in Clearwater.
it's possible I was there. I like the Christmas.
I mean, we
stores.
did a video where they
Well, because
sell-
I was thinking, oh, Carlos is really gonna love this because it's got all the little things
He
to do
does
your
like
village.
all that stuff.
You know.
Yeah. He's just not feeling well. It's fine.
Well, I hope he starts feeling better soon then.
So, I told you I wanted to go to that fish place yesterday.
Yeah.
The new one?
So it's the fish place up there off Lakeland by across from the library. It's the catty corner from the library, actually.
Okay.
It's red rice, fried fish. It's like a little hole-in-the-wall type place.
Yeah.
And sometimes those are really good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's across from the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went there with my mother.
Oh, that's the one.
Captain something.
Yeah, maybe it's got.
Captain Fisher. Her son, or Fishers. It's where we went with my mother. Yeah, we went there even by ourselves. They
Yeah.
got good,
What did we get that time?
I know, I think I had a Philly cheesesteak that was good or
Maybe that's
something.
where it was.
You might have had fish and chips.
We got the fish and chips. We got the whole fish and chips. Now, we didn't care. We got so, I've never had fish and chips like this before. So, the breading, I was expecting something like a nice light breading.
Like a beer batter.
Yeah, like a beer batter. But I got something that was more like a chicken breading because, put it this way, it was the breading was so thick that it
Took away from the fish.
took away from the fish, but like you have to crack it, like literally crack it. So what I did was
Oh, wow.
is I just split it in half and ate the fish out of it, and the breading shell was still solidly intact.
Oh, wow.
So it just, I'm not a big seafood eater to begin with, so for me that was not enjoyable.
No.
And Carlos didn't care for it either because of the bread. But the fish itself, I mean, the fish
Was
was
good.
flaky and the fish was fine. The French fries were really good, but I don't know. I guess my expectations were different than what I got.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had fish like that then?
No.
Yeah, I kept saying to Carlos, I'm like, this is like a chicken bread.
Yeah, because fish isn't supposed to be breaded like chicken. It's supposed to be a beer batter, nice, thin, give it a crisp outer layer to it, and then, you know, it's mainly fish.
Yeah,
It's not thick like fried chicken.
I should have taken a picture so you guys could see. It was very interesting. But we both agreed the fish was great. The French fries were great, but I just,
And I'm picky on the type of fish that I'll eat. Like, I'll only eat cod, haddock, catfish.
yeah,
Yeah, so.
I couldn't tell you what type of fish it was. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's that place we went to, Fisher's.
Yeah.
That's been there forever.
Did you like the fish though?
I didn't eat the fish. I had the Philly cheesesteak, I think.
They were busy, so a lot of people apparently liked
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah, they're always
you got the
busy.
college. Like I said, that's been there forever. That's like,
Yeah. Kevin, the roads don't look too crowded. Not right now.
nope. Everyone's at the beach right now.
You know, they lifted the
They lifted it up already.
that big.
Well, the day that they put it on the news, they were doing testing on the waters. And they said that if it was less, then they would let everybody know. So,
I said to Carlos, I don't care. 2 days is not enough time for me because of those currents switch.
you got it.
I said, it will be an assessment. I said, that ain't happening for me. I mean, they're telling you don't get in the water water one day, and 2 days later, they're like, "Oh, it's perfectly fine." Yeah, it's
And
not
that water
time.
stays hot over there.
Yeah.
Clearwater. I don't like that beach.
I don't like it because the water's murky.
Yeah. And right now, it's the season of the stingrays.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
They're migrating.
You could be in a pool of 100 stingrays that are swimming along the shoreline.
Oh, that'd be cool to see.
Yeah.
We got
We
a
did
video on
where
it.
we seen it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, but we were in Anna Maria. They just go pass right by you. They
Yeah,
don't bother
they don't
none.
bother you.
But the thing is, you can see them.
It's
in
cool.
Clearwater, you can't
didn't
see
see
nothing.
nothing.
Next thing you know, you see something touching, and you're gonna be like, "Oh shit, what?" And then if you step on it, that's
Yeah.
when you get. That's the
That's where the
stingray
shuffle comes into play.
And if you step on it, then that bitch will sting you.
Yeah.
But you gotta move your feet like in a shuffling, because they'll feel the vibration, and then they'll get up and go.
I like Treasure Island better than Clearwater. That was before the hurricane. I haven't been there since, but
I mean,
like it.
Treasure Island's okay, but the sand is weird. It's got like a more of a shell, kind of.
Crushed shells.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that. I think it's more convenient. There was a spot, I don't even know if it's there anymore because of the hurricane, but there was a small spot that had a small beach. Parking was very hard to find, but there was a restaurant right there on the beach, and like a restaurant bar type thing. So you could be on the beach, walk over there, use the bathrooms. If you wanted to get a snack or something, you could get a snack, go back to the beach. It was just all very convenient. And then right across the street from it, which was like a 2-lane road, it wasn't like super busy. You just walk across, they have really cheap hamburgers for like $6 or something.
Ah, that's not bad,
Yeah,
especially
no.
on the beach.
Yeah, it was cheap. And they say it's like where all the locals would go. Because most of the tourists don't know.
Because I think Treasure Island is that place we went to. We ate over the water, where it was like real blue, and you see the dolphins. That's where the Captain Hubbard's is.
Yeah,
St. John's Passing.
that's it. St. John's Pass.
It's Treasure Island.
Yeah.
It is St. John, but they have
Yeah.
a little thing called St. John's Passing.
Yeah, Coquina's got the same thing. They've got they built like at first it started out just as like a concession stand, and like bags of ice for people. But now they've got you can rent your tents, you can buy alcohol, they have a full service restaurant, you got the bathrooms there. I'm like, oh, nice.
Yeah, that's important.
Because we don't need to be pee-peeing in the ocean.
No, I don't.
Because when my daughter and grandkids were down, that's where I took them. Because, she grew up around there. We'd always go to Coquina. To where my sister always liked to go to Fort DeSoto. I was like, listen, I can't see my feet. If I can't see my feet, I don't want to be in the water.
Then you don't want to be in New Jersey.
I remember people used to complain it was like 50 cents. The last toll to get to Fort DeSoto was 50 cents. To get to
To get an inch, yeah.
people used to complain about that.
Yeah.
Imagine what it is now
It's probably $5.
to get in there. Well, probably not as bad as New Jersey or something.
Oh, we're
but-
taking the back way too, so just so you
yeah.
know.
Fine.
Yeah,
I'm
this is-
totally fine. I was just
Yeah,
thinking.
you never want to go this way to the beach. This will take you right to 60. And you ain't got to worry about none of that malfunction. Because all you're doing is going this way.
Yeah.
We're going this way. So you're going this way and then coming back this way. So we're just going to go
Straight ahead.
straight into it in the back roads.
And baby, I appreciate you offering to come pick me up. I just didn't want to make you go out here. I mean, that's like a good chunk out of your way.
Wow,
2
that's
times,
new.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I appreciate the offer, but
That's new right there.
just too much. Townhouses.
They're
Yeah.
gonna try to build these up.
Ybor City apartment homes.
Well,
That's what it says.
Yeah.
Ybor City
Summer of
apartment
2025.
homes. Now the only thing is,
It says apartment homes. So that,
Yeah, apartment homes.
it's rental. Yeah.
Oh, okay, but it's not for sale. Okay.
No, hell no. This is too much money here. Oh man, are you serious?
Oh, looky what they did. Now you got to go up and then go over.
But the thing is
Like on
this
this.
is the hood here. This is like straight the hood.
Yeah.
Well,
But it's the hood. It's like
yeah.
the
Well,
worst
as
of the
an
worst.
investor, I mean, this is the area you want to build in because it's cheaper.
But these houses here
If you can get-
Or historic
are
homes.
worth more than your house
Oh, of course they are.
because they're historical. Because
Location.
Yep.
well, this is part of the black community.
Yep.
Okay.
This is when a lot of the slaves. This is their houses. A lot
Yeah.
of these, when they became free.
Yeah.
This is their area, because across from there is I can't remember that street, but remember the park
Mm-hmm.
that we went to,
Yeah.
that's named after that guy. They took all that. No, he's the guy who started Head Start.
Okay.
Oh, from the Harvey Park.
Harvey Park, right.
Yeah.
Harvey Park was where all the entertainment was
Yeah. Right.
for the black people, because the black people had their own community. They had this section.
Their own businesses, their own
And then that would,
music,
right,
their own
inside
hotels.
Tampa, that would have been their city limits. This is kind of the suburban area here.
Yeah.
They took that away from them. The thing is, now when you see that apartment complex, are they going to start trying to boot these people out?
Well,
Because
notice, but
You already know what the rent is going to be in that
it's
place.
going to be high, but I've
Yeah.
noticed there's quite a few new homes. I don't know if they tore homes down and rebuilt.
Like all of these
empty
here.
lots that they rebuilt.
But you can see, like, some of these homes, they moved too. They
Yeah.
lift them up and move them. Because work done was in here, fixing these houses and giving them away to people. And then that's where the cigar place is. But this here, like I said, then the Cubans came, and then,
It's a mix.
but the point comes down to is, are they trying to chase the black people out of here? Like they always do. No matter where you go, they want to improve something, but then they don't make housing affordable for these people.
Kevin
And-
the Hood laughing out loud. That's cameraman's favorite saying.
And then down there is where Flan Loco is.
Yeah.
A lot of good food. And then Ybor City, of course, that way too.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the apartment complex that's down this road, that they chased the black people out of, I think they're going to knock them down, and they're supposed to put these expensive apartments
Yeah.
there. And that's what I'm saying. You see all these houses? These are all original.
Yeah, they got a lot of character. That's
Yeah.
They
yeah.
do.
Yeah. But it just shows you,
It's
like, back then, this is how they were living.
You guys go into Hooters or another spot as well. Well, we're going to be going to Hooters, and then we're going to go to a couple more spots after we eat.
Yeah, because they added all these sidewalks. This used to be like Wild West parking. People just used to park. And then you see,
Half of them would be
you see
hanging
people
out on the
hanging
road.
out on the porches, like the little druggie dealers would hang out on the
But I like this
porches,
because this kind of reminds me too of like Detroit, parts of Detroit, downtown, where they had like the business at the bottom, the house, they lived on top, and
this used to be the crackhead corner.
yep, they cleaned that up. We were coming back from Clearwater Beach one day.
That the hurricane did all that shit.
Yep. And somebody hit this pole right here.
No, it was that one up
Was
there.
it that
Yeah.
one up there?
They went up the string
Yeah.
to hold the pole up. The wheel caught up and they went right up and flipped over right in front of us.
See, that used to be a church.
Yeah. And then there's a school here, because if I'm not mistaken,
It's this one, I believe.
there is a apartment complex. Well, I'll tell you, the school here is when they changed the name of the school because it was for a Confederate guy. And people were mad because they're like, why did they change the name? And then the school burned down and they rebuilt that whole school.
And now it's called Tampa Heights Elementary.
But there's apartments here too that they're finding that, like that old church and stuff. That's all. That the black slaves were buried, and there's apartments that are literally built over graveyards and stuff. And when they were doing some kind of survey to do something, that's when they were finding the bodies, because one of these apartment complex in the center circle, like the apartment complex is like a square, and in the center is like a little park, like, you know, for people to hang out. That's where all the bodies are. So now they're starting to find that there was cemeteries here, and they were building these apartments over these things and stuff. But like I said, this here is basically where the free slaves grew up here.
Did you see where the Tampa Rays are, that they're saying the parking lot? There's a parking lot there. I don't know if it's for the stadium or if it's across. It's very close to it.
That they found some bodies.
They found a whole row of bodies.
Yeah.
And now they want that. I think the cemetery wants that land back. Or something.
Yeah, but that's what I was trying to tell you, that in that area there where the Ray Stadium is, there's nothing there. It was another black community that they went in there and they put the stadium to try to chase the black people out of there and make it unaffordable. And look, they're building over cemeteries. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. You know, if you see how they're building here, and then you see that casa thing, it makes you wonder: is that going to be affordable for people, or is it you know what I'm saying?
And right now they're saying the rent prices in Florida are higher than anywhere else in the United States.
They're expensive. I mean, even 3 years ago, when we thought, you know, well, we had to we were moving, so we had to wait for the house. When I was looking at Lakeland, the rents went from 18 to like 25, 2600 bucks.
It's expensive.
And that was just for a one bedroom.
Yeah, depending on location, one or two, but it's still high in my opinion, regardless.
It is.
And the same thing's happened in Miami. When the black people used to live along the beach line, they pushed them into windward. Now, because Miami's sinking and stuff like that, they're trying to push the black people out of windward and push them out of there, and they're trying to build up that area there. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you see these new buildings here? Like, are they going to be affordable for the people that live here?
Right.
Or are you trying to chase these people out and stuff? You know, that's the whole idea, you know.
Well, there's a lot of people said that they left Florida because they can't afford it.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is if you have an area that's a specific community that has historic to it, instead of building better, you're building to get them out of here, to put rich people here, and then you just leave them. Like, you know, look at that over there, see? You know, are they building for the community, or are they building to push them out of the community and trying to make this into, like, you know, since they took them out of Tampa and it's crowded there, you push them here, how far are you going to keep pushing them?
We may do another live later, Kevin.
I mean, that's the only bad thing about it.
Go enjoy your day, dear.
I mean, it's okay to build up a community, but like she
But
says,
when you destroy the historic part of it.
Yeah, like look at that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Who the hell is gonna afford that living here? Nobody.
Nope. But
And
they
just
just
like
got done with this one not
yeah,
long ago.
like, and it's just like in Jersey. It's like, when you move a certain group out, like when the Italians came and the Irish came, you know what I'm saying? Then they got pushed out by the by the Jewish people. You see what I'm saying? Like, the next people in line that are coming in is Muslims and stuff. That's the next biggest group that's coming in. People from India, Muslim, the Chinese people. Well, the Chinese people, they've been here for a while, but if you notice, and then where do they stick the black people? They screw them all, and they just like, oh well. They got this next group coming in. Because look at Michigan.
Yeah.
All Dearborn. That's everyone from Lebanese.
Yeah.
Practically.
And before, Dearborn was nothing but Irish.
Edison, like when I was in Andersen, New Jersey, that's all Asian people. All Asian people. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong, but the thing is you keep pushing groups out, and bringing these other groups in.
You're losing the historical aspects of that particular town. And
because this will take you to Tampa Stadium, too.
Yeah.
Where the Buccaneers play. This is like the fastest road here. And now we're in the Puerto Rican section. They took over.
Does Lakeland have Carlos is Hispanic, but I don't think, is there like a Hispanic section or a big Puerto Rican section in Lakeland? I mean, I know there's like Puerto Rican festivals and like maybe a Spanish
not
festival.
like in Dade City.
But like, I don't like feel like there's like a huge Hispanic.
No.
Like,
I mean, like on Memorial Avenue in those apartment complexes behind the McDonald's, there's a lot of Puerto Ricans in there. But like I said, they chased out all the black people out of there. I mean, but yeah, they had that section there, and then they got Wabash Avenue is where all the Mexicans are. But you don't want to go down Wabash Avenue. The sections that do have it like that. As a matter of fact, where the hell's that road?
Crazy burrito. Okay.
What's that road that we catch the back way when we went to the mall yesterday? Hardin Boulevard.
Yeah.
There's a popular road that you can make a left and it'll take you to South Florida Avenue. And it's not the one by the Chick-fil-A. It's before the Chick-fil-A. Ariana Road or something. Yeah. There is a trailer park that's with Puerto Ricans. Remember when we door dashed there?
Oh yeah.
They're there. There's pockets. Sunshine, like heading towards Arbondale, that part of Lakeland. There is a trailer park that's full of Puerto Ricans there as well and stuff. They're there. They're pocketed, but they're not pocketed in the best neighborhoods. Like when you go to Jersey or to a state, or you know what I'm saying, like you're saying. You see all the Spanish section. They're not pocketed like that to where you can have a lot of bodegas.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to get
But
at,
they're
because
pocketed, mixed in between, like, in a certain area.
Yeah, in New Jersey, it's like...
Right, they have the city section.
There's sections.
Right.
Like, it's great if you wanted, like, say Colombian food, you know exactly where to go. You want to...
Well, like Ybor City.
Italian food, you know where to go.
Like Ybor City, it's all Cuban stuff and, mixed with Italian. But, mainly it's Cuban. You see a lot of Cuban restaurants. Like around here, you're going to see a lot of restaurants that are, but it's going to be Spanish restaurants, like down this road and stuff. Now, how come the car didn't say it?
I don't know.
But it's not like, see like these here? See Spanish?
Yeah, it is.
But you see, the jewelry store, Spanish, Puerto Rican, then you got Cuban. But that's how you see their sections here. It's just a little pimple.
Sometimes it's hard, I don't...
But you're not going to find it in Lakeland like that. Lakeland, they're just pocketed in between.
Yeah.
In 0.2 miles, traffic light camera
just a big
ahead.
melting pot.
And then that's the Yankee Training Center.
That's what
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when they get hurt, they come here. And then right across, see the Buccaneer Stadium?
Yeah.
And then across from the Buccaneer Stadium is where the Rays are playing right now in
Yep.
the Yankees baseball training field.
Where are the Rays going?
Nobody knows.
But right down there to the left is where
And
the Rays
after
are
them
playing.
finding those 7 bodies, they may not be going back to.
And then
St.
you
Pete.
have here, this road here takes you to MacDill Air Force Base.
That way.
So on here you'll find
This will take you to
like different restaurants.
Yes.
Like you might find one Asian restaurant, one Spanish, one, Hungarian, just say.
Yep.
But it's not a section of this is the whole, thing.
Not like up
But
north.
you'll find different things this way. But as you're going that way, it's more richer because that's where the base is at. That's where, all these military people retired live coming down this road here and stuff. So this is where George Steinbrenner lived.
Mhm.
He lived like in this area here. When we cross this road, you're talking about rich people.
What part of Tampa is this?
I don't know what they would.
Like, you know how they say there's
I don't know. We're by the airport.
Oh, okay.
We're getting ready to pass International Mall.
Now in Orlando, you'll find like a whole Asian road
Yep.
and stuff. You might find a Puerto Rican section there.
I'd
Or
say more
Hispanic
so.
section
You're
there,
going to
but,
find more Hispanic section in Orlando now than
Yeah.
what you ever did.
Another Dave's Chicken.
Oh, Lord.
That's a good. I'm telling you, Dave's Chicken. That's the best chicken I've tasted so far. That's different. You see that? You park for the stadium in there, and then the baseball, and then the stadium's way
Just
down.
take it
Yeah.
down.
And then this is their malls. It's like 2 different malls, or it's 2 different sections.
Yeah, that one there's got a food court from hell.
Yeah, that's where we went to for the Cheesecake Factories over here.
Yeah.
Miller Ale House not Miller, that one place we used to come. We used to come here and eat all the time.
Yeah.
They have the Brazilian slice of meat is here. Then they put the Miller Ale House, which took over that one restaurant. But this place here even was dying because this is where the football players, the baseball players would all stay at these hotels when they come into town, because this is what all these hotels are for. So when the sports teams would come in, this is where they would stay, in these hotels. But then all the restaurants started dying because it's expensive. I mean, it's expensive to eat here. This isn't all like cheap restaurants. You're lucky you've seen that Outback there, but all these restaurants here are not.
Yeah.
Like I said, then you get in there's a bunch of restaurants, and it's expensive to eat in there.
And they got a
We
lot of...
did some. There's like an Irish pub or Scottish.
No, that was the British pub.
Yeah, British pub. We did video.
Yep. I like that
We went
one.
in there. There was like a Spanish place. We went in there.
Yeah, and
Almost
there
like
was...
Puerto Rican and something else mixed in there. This was like a pickle place and it closed. But see that Charlie's? They're gonna knock this whole section. That Charlie's used to be on 275, and what they're doing there is they're widening that road. So they bought Charlie's property, and he bought this whole section here, and there's gonna be a Charlie's Steakhouse, and that's expensive because that's where you pay by the
Pound ounce or something.
Yeah, that's like that place in Lakeland.
Like
The cattlemen's.
Yeah, like the cattlemen's.
Yeah.
And stuff. But my niece, she lives in here. She lives around here. She says it's expensive. What the hell? Stop Florida hunt.
Stop the Florida bear hunt.
Come on, let's go join them. Don't shoot the bears.
Don't shoot the bears.
That's what it said. Don't
No,
shoot
I'm saying they're saying don't shoot the bears. Well, Knock down your fucking house so the bears can live there, because you're the reason why the bears are getting shot.
Yep.
And then there's a park over here that's a frisbee park, and it's you're in the bay, but there's a beach here too. And the friggin' planes, you can literally read the numbers and everything. That's where people watch the plane
Planes
landing.
come in and out.
Yeah, we did a video there too.
Yeah. But like when his sisters come, this is the route that we take to pick them up at the airport.
Yeah. See, because you're going that way, and then you're coming back this way if you go towards 275. This takes you directly. And see, we're right here.
Now, most of the time, like when my family comes from Ohio, most of the time we fly into
Orlando?
no, the Clearwater St.
Oh, okay.
Airport. It's much smaller.
Yeah.
It's easier it's definitely easier for my mom to navigate. I don't know if they actually have flights to Jersey.
Well, the one in Lakeland, Lakeland Airport, they're supposed to be opening up more flights to the north.
They don't know
Yeah,
construction
that I don't
here.
know. Did you fly out of there when you went to Jersey, or did you?
No, I left out of TIA
Okay.
or Tampa. Nope, because they didn't have one. They had one, but the problem was it was the time of the day.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm not getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning to get to the airport. And then, my son had to come pick me up to get me to the airport. I'm like, no, I'm not putting him through that.
Yeah, so you just took it. Very true. No, that's the thing with the St. Clearwater Airport. It's very limited.
Because like when we go back and forth to Puerto Rico and we take we got to go by plane. That's the only thing I hate about flying over there is because they have got the weirdest schedule for even going into San Juan. And I'm like, really?
And then Hulk Hogan. This is all Hulk Hogan City.
Yes, up
Right
through
through
here.
And a lot of the wrestlers, they lived in this area.
Back
Here
in
to
the
Clearwater
day.
Beach. But all these Bahama Breeze,
Yeah.
I heard they're supposed to be closing down some.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a change.
And before, like, all that blue stuff was there, there used to be a wave running. The trees weren't that high,
No.
but you can do wave running here, and then they started building more this way. And then Hulk Hogan used to, at a hotel over here, he used to have a restaurant.
What the heck are you people doing? I mean,
But this used to be so popular with
Yeah.
people, like,
yep.
and there's restaurants in there and everything. That's all hotels.
Well, you know what takes the popularity away is it becomes too expensive.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the locals are like, I'm not spending enough to do that. It's just it's out of my budget. You know?
Right.
And then that's the Shriners. Yeah, that's where the Hogan.
Yep.
Look at that. The signs are all. That was a hotel
Yep.
and restaurant. Look at it. They closed the whole thing down. They literally closed that whole thing down. Jesus. I bet you the hurricane probably screwed it up.
Yep.
There used to be a lot of clubs, partying, everything. Right there on that balcony.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what it looks like. The hurricane probably screwed that place up. And
Yeah.
like over here be a lot of parties. Now this here, you have to be careful when you go here. This was very popular, but it's a beach, but it's a beach in the Gulf. And when it rains, it gets bacteria all the sewer.
Yep.
So this beach, you have to, any of these beaches on each side, you have to be careful when it rains, because the next day you can't go in it. Because again,
It
the
smells
sewer.
a little funky.
Yeah,
So,
but it's very popular
where's the sewage coming from? I thought we were supposed to.
from the roads and everything, because that's in the bay. That's bay. That's not the ocean. All that shit, all these buildings, everything, all those houses, everything runs all into
I thought it was supposed to be going through a filtration
But this
process.
place here, man.
Supposed to.
And the Puerto
But
Ricans,
Tampa's always
the Puerto
backing
Ricans
up.
took this over, this whole line over, because on Fridays and Saturdays,
Did you?
it's friggin' packed.
I have to stop you. Did you just see that sign? It said no loud music. There you go.
Yeah, because
Yep.
because the Puerto Ricans come here with their
Boombox.
300 speakers, cars, and they park them all along
And
here.
I mean to tell you,
That's funny.
Yep.
No loud
Yeah.
music.
and then they'll start because one will be loud, then the other one's like, well, I don't like that music, so I'm gonna go put it on here. They'll turn it up.
literally took this whole
Yeah.
strip here, and then this is where the street racing is here, and Hulk Hogan's son, he paralyzed his friend
Oh,
on this road here.
Yep.
I met
street
that right by that
racing.
park. I think it was street racing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you should see Hulk Hogan. He used to have a yellow Supra. You would see him driving. He used to sound like in Orlando, driving towards Orlando, he'd be in his yellow Supra, and his son would street race here, and he got the friend paralyzed when they got into an accident with another street racer.
So yeah.
But now they race on that bridge over there now,
Well,
I don't see how they race on any bridge.
because that's the big bridge that has 6 lanes.
I was gonna say, with
And they
all the
fucking-
traffic now,
yeah, but they get caught racing, they lose their car.
they should.
Remember, me and Bibi, we rode this all on a bike,
Yep.
because they redid all this years ago.
Uh-huh.
They did all this over. And you would see the manatees would be
Yeah.
coming
I
up
love
here in the
watching.
wintertime. And,
Every
but like I
once in a
said,
while,
when
you
it
see
rains,
a
that's the
school
most
of dolphins. You'll see them out
Yeah.
there.
that's the most bacterious water you'll ever see
Oh.
after a rain. But if you want to go for a walk, this is an amazing place.
Like when we got a hurricane coming and you start seeing the water coming over the bridge, this is where it's at.
Yeah,
It's because that's the lowest point.
it is low here.
Yep. And I mean, for the longest time, like you see these guys, how they're parking the cars up against the.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that before, but people were doing it. And finally, the city was like, okay, just,
Just let me-
we're going to put up a barrier to where. Because, I mean, you had people literally parking right on the beach. And then the tide would start coming in, and guess what? You not go nowhere. Because your car just sunk another foot.
But this is the road that takes you to Clearwater Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Safety Harbor, where we went for the Italian festivals, a beautiful place over
Oh,
there.
Safety Harbor.
Safety Harbor.
Beautiful, yeah.
It's real small, but it's got a lot of,
Character.
yeah, and restaurants, but not McDonald's and stuff like
No.
their own people thing. And the fishing, a lot of fishing here
Yeah.
underneath the bridge. And
It's cool.
The water down here is much calmer and warmer than in Jersey.
Of course.
Jersey's water is very rough. Atlantic.
Yes.
but don't forget, this is the bay, so you're not in the ocean.
Yeah.
But trust me, when you go on the Atlantic side to like Cocoa Beach, it's not that calm.
No.
And then that's the new bike bridge. That they
You
built.
always. That's why a lot of people like the Gulf is because you don't get hit with those 2 to 3 foot waves coming at you.
Plus you
the
got all
rep-
the shells.
Yeah.
A lot of shells. And the water's really cold.
It is.
Did you see the video when we were making breakfast that morning live?
I see.
We did a live making breakfast.
I did.
Yesterday.
Yeah, I
Yesterday.
didn't see the first part. I saw the part where you guys were sitting down eating.
Oh, that was the free.
Yeah, but I saw like maybe 10.
That's where I made that. These Puerto Rican rice.
10, 15 minutes of it.
Yeah.
You got up early to cook breakfast.
I mean, we're normally up by
early.
6 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got up and then I just put the TV on and I said live.
Because I told her, I was like, yeah, said we wake up tomorrow, let's make some breakfast and do it live.
So that's what we did.
Breakfast at Beatty's.
Cook some Taylor ham, pork chop, eggs.
Look good. Put that ketchup on your sandwich.
That hit the
I'm
spot.
telling you, I thought I was gonna grab the ketchup, and I was like, "Nah, he didn't say about the ketchup, so maybe he's gonna veer away from that." And then he went right into the house and grabbed the ketchup. I was like, "Damn it, I knew it."
You didn't even take a bite without the ketchup first.
Nope.
It's kind of like people that put salt on their food before they
It's
eat.
just it's just habit. Just let's
Yeah.
throw some more on there.
My mom does that. She puts a lot of salt on her plate.
Oh, not me.
Yeah, I don't tend to put salt on anything. But I'll put
Now,
that-
when I'm first cooking it, I'll put a little salt and pepper, but after it's cooked, I normally don't, unless it's just that bland that it needs a little salt.
Yeah, now what I do use a lot of is pepper. I like black pepper.
Mm-hmm.
So I do put pepper on my food.
So, I mean,
It's a nice day.
it's a beautiful day.
You get burnt to the.
Yes, today's going to be a day.
Especially the
I was
hottest day
smart.
out
I was
here
a smart
today.
cookie today. I had to put the sunscreen on my face.
Okay.
And I got it on my arms and my chest. So this way, when I'm out in the sun, I'm not going to screw up my rosacea, and I'm not going to get cooked on the top of my shoulders because of my farmer's tan. So, yeah. We'll just kind of even that out a little bit there.
And I never put sunscreen lotion on. I should, Carlos. Well, sometimes I do put it on my nose and my forehead.
Oh, my rosacea is acting up because I had to put the pads on my glasses because I was sweating so bad. My glasses would slide down my nose, and it literally felt like someone was just taking a knife and just scraping the side of my nose.
Yeah, it's not good.
That burning sensation. I was like, oh no, I can't. I can't be bothered with this.
Now you put cream on it every night, or?
Last night I did, it seemed to help, and then this morning when we got up, took our shower, I did the it's a sunscreen that we got from the dermatologist for my face,
Yeah.
so it's real light so it don't clog your pores, and it's made by La Roche, and I put that on, and I was like, okay, let's see if it's gonna burn like crazy, but it didn't.
Well, that's a good sign. If it didn't burn.
Oh my God. I told him, we'll see if it works today with being out in the sun. Just walking around. Because I know I'm going to have to wear it Tuesday when we go to Gulfport.
Well, hopefully hopefully it heals soon. Now, when it heals, like in one spot, does it switch to another?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause sometimes it do
Yeah, it likes to go.
that. It's almost like it jumps. And it's
Yeah.
like, why,
Yeah. So, I mean, it's been annoying the past week. I loved it those 3 days we got rain, though. We ain't getting no rain anytime soon.
They were saying on the news that it's going to be a dry summer.
Oh, if it's going to be a dry summer, we're going to be in for it.
Yeah, they said no, it's going to be dry. It's going to be abnormally dry, is what they said. Now, what
It
happens?
makes a hurricane.
It what?
Makes more hurricane.
Does it really?
Yes.
I don't think Florida's getting hit this year. I think it's going to
They're
bounce.
expecting more hurricanes this year.
I think it's going to bounce around us like Texas, Mississippi, Louisiana,
Well, I was watching a thing on YouTube about the
Carolinas.
the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Look, they're extending the bridge for the bicycle.
Oh, cool.
That's nice.
So you can go into town.
And it was saying that every so many hundred thousands of years, because the earth has already been through the cycle 3 times,
Yeah.
and we're going through it again. And yeah, we're in the midst of going through to where it's hotter in certain areas.
And that takes you to Safety Harbor, that road there.
So where certain areas is going to get more rain, they're going to be colder, you know, more disasters. And I'm like, oh, well, just wonderful. It's not so much the climate change, it's just as the temperatures, and that's what this thing was saying, and it was the Earth's core, it changes. So as it changes, the atmosphere changes. Grant you, we're not helping with all the pollution and everything.
That's it.
So as the atmosphere above us changes, and then we got atmospheric changes underneath, that's why we're getting the tectonic plates hitting.
That's where we're going to go to.
Okay, the Christmas one. I don't know if I've been there.
I love going in there.
I just don't.
A new restaurant, Italian. But yeah, apparently the Earth has been doing this. That's what set off the Ice Age. That's what did the warming. So.
You know what kind of concerns me when we talk about climate change? The thing that I have concern about is all the fracking. Because you don't, at least when you take the oil out, you have a general idea where the oil is coming from, which is not necessarily good either. But at least you have an idea of the square yardage and stuff. When they frack, they really don't know where those gases are coming from. It could be coming.
The original Hooters. That's why I said get here early. Don't want to be sitting outside.
Nah, I'm ready.
The Puerto Ricans are here. Alrighty, you can kill it, Vivi.
Guys, I want to thank everyone who joined us on our live. So until the next one, everyone take care of one another. Take care of yourselves. See ya.
I should have said take care, Carla.